Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. So, you know the routine. Um, just like to always like to remind people, this is not an exact science. So sometimes you got to think outside the box a little bit. So, Jason knows what he's doing, though. So we'll see what he's up to. Cards. He's showing me cards. He's showing me cards, and I feel like, and I think you already told me that maybe, I don't know, remember if you told me, I talked to so many people, oracle cards? He's showing me a deck of cards. He's throwing them down. Whoop. Taking them and boom, boom, boom. Do it again. All right. So I don't know if he's wanting you to read your own cards or he's wanting you to work on it a little more, maybe. He's kind of like mean it. He means it. Throw them cards. Something about your hair. He keeps saying your hair, your hair, your hair. I don't know if you just changed it. It's not saying. Sometimes I wish he would explain more. He knows how to work this. He says that you feel him sitting right beside you. He just sat down next to me. He's on my right side, but that's where they usually come in because Bob's usually on my left. But so might have felt him on the right side. Could have been either one, but sometimes I tell people exactly which side they're on that because sometimes it's been a long weekend. I'm muttering. Okay, he comes back behind me and he's poking this on my head. Like, why are you worrying your pretty little head? Why? So you should feel him poking you. And of course, like I always say, I don't know how you will feel the energy. Everybody feels it different because that hurt. I mean, he was poking that hard. Hurt. May feel that way to you. It might just feel like a little bit of stuff. I don't know how you'll feel. It might feel like needles poking in you. He's doing it pretty forceful. And if he does that and it hurts a little bit, tell him, no, that hurts. Sometimes they don't know how hard they're doing it because they try real hard. I think he knows what he's doing. He's making my neck hurt back here. Like, really aches all of a sudden. I don't know if you've had a neck ache recently. He says stress, from stress. He says you have a beautiful soul, but you know that. He says, and I'm talking about your soul. Not your spirit, your soul. Okay, now he's showing, okay, when I used to work with this other girl online, I mean, she didn't live around here, and we were learning all this stuff. There was actually like this big cord that literally went from her to me that I saw all the time when we would talk. And then that cord was cut. So he's showing, and it's like a gold cord. So it's something energetic. It's something like soul connection. I don't know how to explain this cord, but we were literally connected. And then the cord was broken. So he's showing that same cord coming out of him, and I don't know what this means. And you're standing here, and it goes to you, but right before it gets to you, it goes like this, which seems really weird because I know you guys are really, really connected. So I don't know if it's because the cord's broken. That particular cord is broken because now he's up there. I don't know what that means. I've never seen this. Comes out of him, comes to you, but it goes up right before it touches you. Imagine, visualize. You want you to visualize this cord. Don't know why. Visualize it coming from him, and it's right in front of you, right about this area, and then it goes up. Reach out and grab it and connect it. Never seen anything like that. I don't know how that works. All I know is he's pretty smart. Connect it. Why it would be disconnected, I don't know. I don't know. Just visualize it. It's there. Reach out, grab it, and connect it. Okay, he mentions Aunt Mimi. Now, I stink at names, and nicknames go right in there with the names. So, you know, if it's close, that's one of those things you might have to stretch outside the box. I used to get names exact, but I don't anymore. But we usually get close. Aunt Mimi. And a Gerald with a G. So that would be at least a male with a G, GR. Happier times are coming. Let me help you. Ask me. Allow. You're kind of blocking him a little bit, and I don't think you realize it. You don't have enough faith in it. He's like all around your head. He's not in your head. He's all around your head, like maybe like he's trying to get in. Like he's just really, really, really close. He's just all around your head. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Accept. Know that you will be divinely protected. He's talking about shave it. Shave it. He said shave. S-H-A-V. Shave it. Don't know what he's talking about. He's not talking about shaving your head. He got right in front of my face and had me look in his eyes. I think I told you, I'm sure I told you before that something about his eyes, it's almost like I could see clear to his soul. So he got right in front of me and he's staring in my eyes. You've opened your eyes and you've seen him staring right in your eyes. If you haven't, you're going to. Okay. He says you're doubting yourself. And I think he means as far as like energetically connecting with him, maybe. And yet I don't feel like you did, but maybe there's a little bit in there that you just don't realize is there. Then he goes, hello, but it's an echo. He says it and then it echo, 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 echo. Hello, low, 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 low. So I don't know if you've heard this, you're going to hear this. Whether you recently did one of those things where you yell into a canyon and you heard the echo, echo, echo. I'm not sure what he's referring to. Hopefully you do. You're more wise than you realize. Ooh, that kind of rhymed. I mentioned cars and motorboats. Don't know. Sometimes I just throw random words out there. Hopefully that means something. Okay, he's showing me you like standing at a, looks like a kitchen window, doesn't have to be, and there's a butterfly out there, and it's just, first it looks like it's just hovering out there, and then it looks like it might be sitting on the windowsill. So, and we all know butterflies are signs from them. And it's orange. That's him saying hello. So orange butterflies will be a huge sign for you, you know, in a store, in a movie, on Facebook, in a magazine, doesn't matter where it's at, doesn't have to be real. Make sure you validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, ask him to bring you more. He said he'll bring you a herd of butterflies because they're pretty. He still feels very peaceful, very, very knowing, very, I don't want to say matter of fact, but just, he just knows. He says you were his twin. Not twin, not necessarily twin flame, but you were his twin. So I'm not sure, maybe energetically, in the knowing you were twins. He feels like he's getting behind me and he wants to push my back. Well, not shove me, but he wants to push. He wants to push you forward. He wants to push you forward somehow. He said you're not taking the steps forward that you need to. He's very, very, very close around you at all times. So you should feel him. I think you know enough about this that you should feel him moving around. Questions. He says you have questions. He says you have questions, and the first question that just popped into your head, he says yes. And he says the next one, no. The third one, yes. And he says we're going to quit there. Whatever the three questions were that just popped into your head. He says, why don't you use this? Now, pendulums don't work for me, and they'll work for like one or two questions and then they quit for me because they told me if I kept working with the pendulum, I would depend on it too much and I would not go any further. So he says, why don't you work with that? Or maybe you are, or maybe you're not enough, or I don't know. Hair of the dog, hair of the dog. The only thing whenever I hear hair of the dog, the only thing I think of is you need to drink the next morning after drinking all night. You got a hangover. Take a swig of the hair of the dog. Couch. Something about the couch. Get a new couch. Is there a spring broken in the couch? Is there something about the couch? I'm assuming he means your couch. Okay, now this is my left side. I know some of these videos look backwards, and it felt like somebody was taking a finger, like on this part of my back, and just pushing in on me, and just pushing in, pushing in. Not like the tapping on the head real hard, but this was more like a colors, something about colors. What about colors? You can't just say colors. Auras? Do you see auras? If you don't, maybe he wants you to start working on them. You need to get busy. You need to get busy. So I don't know. He's trying to push you along with something. Says you're procrastinating. Get busy. So start working with him. Start talking to him. Asking. You have to ask. It cannot override your free will choice. So if there's something that he thinks you need to be doing and you don't want to do it, that's your free will choice. You don't have to take a step forward, and there's nothing they can do about it. But you have to ask if you want his help in something, anything, doesn't matter what it is, and then you have to allow it. See, you cannot ask by begging. Begging seems to do the opposite effect. Ask, and then sit back and allow it. Ask him to bring the right people to step forward, or whatever it is. But then you have to be open to it. And I hear he's saying you're saying no, 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 no. You may not be consciously saying no, 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 no. You might think you're not saying no, 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 but he says you are saying no, 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 no. He's got me picking at my fingernails. I don't know why. I don't usually do that. So I don't know if this is maybe a nervous habit he had or you have, or he's kind of playing with into my fingernails. You're more beautiful than you realize. Stop thinking that way. Everything will be all right. All right. He's saying all right, but he's saying it like all right. Kind of like a slangy, I don't want to say smart-assy, but just kind of hip-hop. That wouldn't even be the right word. Like, all right. Kind of being funny. Aren't you just a chip off the old block? And then he laughs hysterically. I don't think he means a chip off of his block. I'm not sure where to go with that. He says you're ornery, but you need to stop being so serious. Be more ornery. Lighthearted. Be lighthearted. Have more fun. Fun. He says fun. You cannot take every situation and pick it apart piece by piece. Just let it go. And then he says, you're so cute. He says, hold my hand. And you can literally, I do it all the time. I haven't been doing any walking lately. I'm a bad girl, but when I go walking down by the river and I put my woo-woo music in and I'll hold my hand out, say, Bob, hold my hand. And you probably know enough to know that you'll feel it. You'll feel the pressure, you'll feel the heat. Sometimes it actually feels like somebody literally holding my hand as we're walking. Sometimes more than just in the palm where we get the energy. Try that. He said he is your guardian. I won't let anything bad happen that isn't supposed to happen. He's just kind of laid back, sitting like this, like nonchalant. kind of nonchalant. He just has that big knowing about him. Kind of sucks me in. I'm smelling syrup. Smells like maple syrup. Pancakes, waffles. Don't know if he just had them. You're going to get the smell of the syrup. I don't know, maybe he just loved pancakes and waffles or something. Smell of the syrup, and I think you could be in the store, in your car, outside, doesn't matter where you smell it. Make sure you validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. He said he's going to send you the smell of syrup so it'll make you hungry, and he's calling you Butterbutt. Butterbutt. And laughing hysterically. He says, I don't mean that. What's up, Butterbutt? He says you amaze him. Again, he says, aren't you just a chip off the old block? I don't think he's talking about him, so I don't know whose block you're a chip off of. He said we should have been twins. The family couldn't handle the two of us together. Not all the time. He's jumping. He's doing like a leapfrog. He's down on his hands and knees and he's jumping like a frog. Jumping like a frog. Okay. I drew my eyes to a piece of paper in front of me and a reading I'd done for somebody else. The song Follow Me by Uncle Cracker. So go play that. That'll be from him. How could you? How could you? How could you what? How could you think I was leaving? We're the cool kids. Don't forget that. It's amazing. It's making me want to rock. I feel like I want to rock. Okay, he's down there looking at my toes. I don't know if he had a toe fetish. I did a sucky job on my pedicure. I don't know if you need a pedicure. I don't know what the deal is, but he's at my right foot, and I feel the energy across all my toes. He's down there literally looking at my toes. You should be able to feel that. Isn't this a fine kettle of fish? It doesn't sound like something he would say, but he did. Now he's sitting at a set of drums. So even if he didn't play the drums, he's hitting the cymbal, hitting the cymbal. He just keeps repeatedly hitting the cymbal on a set of drums, hitting it. So you should hear that ding of the cymbal, the crash, I guess you might want to call it, instead of a ding. You should hear that and know when you hear that, whether, or even see it like in a movie or anything, and somebody's doing the cymbals like a lot, know that that'll be another sign from him. You probably hear it up here in your telepathic ears, I think. Hamsters. Hamsters. Did you get a hamster? Oh, he has a hamster with him. Somebody had a hamster that died. He's got it in his hand. Somebody needs to know that he has their baby. He calls the hamster precious cargo. And he's stroking it, stroking his little head down its back. Whoever this hamster belonged to loved this hamster, and he's telling them that it was a very lucky hamster to have had them for a friend. Now he's got a rabbit. Now he's got a rabbit at his feet. And it looks white or pretty, at least a light color. I want you to write something down. He's wanting to write on my calendar. Write on my calendar. Something's coming up. Is there something written on your calendar, like in this month, something special, his birthday or something special, something, an appointment? We've all got things on our calendar. He wants to write on your calendar, or he wants you to write something on your calendar. I'm not sure which. Maybe he thinks you're going to forget something. I forget everything. Like, the side of my head hurts all of a sudden. No, up into my eyebrow. I don't know if he had that problem. He said, it's okay. It's okay. It's not. He's going tap, 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 tap. So you should hear some tapping in your house once in a while. Tap, tap, tap. Could be in your car, could be anywhere. And usually, like he's doing, usually it's like 3 taps. Tap, tap, tap. Charcoal. Something about charcoal. I don't think he means barbecue grill. It's more like charcoal drawing. I don't know if you do any kind of art. He did. Somebody did a charcoal drawing for you. Or maybe you'll go somewhere and there's somebody sitting there doing charcoal drawings. Stop and talk to them if you see that. There's a reason. Okay, he's leaving. He says you know he's around. He says you're being bullheaded. Now he's knocking on your head. Okay, with that he starts spinning around and like he's just pure energy now. He's just turned into energy. He's winding the energy up. He's leaving. He's always very interesting to talk to. But he's, like I said, kind of nonchalant, just flows. He just flows. Okay, he's leaving. I'm going much. Love you, my dear. Thank you for being patient on my wedding stuff last weekend and last week. So, thank you for being a little patient. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.